Hey, what's up guys? JG Chop here from Juice Gaming, bringing you another Destiny 2 video. So, let's get into it. So we're going to do some tips and tricks to help you get up to a higher level, um, and basically anything, I suppose, from any level really, but just mainly getting up from 280 to 290, 290 to 300. And this is going to be a load of tips and tricks for you, so let's get right into it. Okay, so we'll start off first of all with the idea of obviously doing a second or even third character. There is apparently people were saying that you couldn't do a second hunter or a second warlock, but apparently you can. I'm not quite sure how, but apparently you can. But I didn't. I've basically done a second character and I've done a warlock, and then for my first character I just put three weapons across the weapon slots you can have into the vault for when I got to level 20 on my warlock, and then basically I took them out and went up like 50 light levels just for adding them on, because they were a lot higher level than my character actually was, because I'd only just hit level 20. It was around about 200 light roughly, put me straight up to 250, and then obviously it's quite quicker and progressive there from there. So that's a really good idea. I would recommend it because you can do the weekly as well on both characters, which obviously you can do unlock and do the patrols, and then you'll unlock the mission there to do public events on a certain planet, so 4 or 5 events, then you get powerful gear, and then you can do the crucible where you do a couple of matches to unlock it, and then it says you get rare gear, and you do a couple of matches and get rare engram, and then once you collect that rare, do that and get the rare engram, and then you'll unlock it to get powerful gear to get 100%, which I think is about 9 or 10 matches, I'm pretty sure it is, and then you'll get to 100%, and then you get powerful gear as well. And then there's the nightfall you unlock then as well. Obviously make sure you've done the full story in order to get the nightfall. And then you speak to Zavala and you'll unlock it, and then you get powerful gear for completing that. And then obviously the raid then will become active as well, so you can get obviously very good gear from that. And also then once you get to that point you can then unlock the Trials of the Nine, and you just have to win a Trials of the Nine match to fully unlock it, and then you can start doing that with friends, but make sure you've got a good team with good strategies, because people are going to be very competitive on the highest level, so make sure you do that right. Okay, and some more ideas as well is infusing guns and gear basically. It's a very good way of doing things. Like my hunter's like 291, 292, and my warlock's 296, coming up 297. But I can still leveling up. People say, well, I can't get any more powerful gear, so I can't level up. But you can. You've just got to grind a little bit to get the exotic engrams. And as an example, if I've got a 292 gauntlets on my character, whichever one it is, and I then get an exotic gauntlets that's 298, I can then infuse them exotic gauntlets into the legendary gauntlets and put my legendary gauntlets up to 298, and therefore put another light level on. So you can do that across all your gear. So it is a bit of a grind, but public events I've found have been the best way to do it, to get them. I think it's roughly about 10 or 15 public events across the board, and also make sure you have the fireteam medallions active as often as possible, if not all the time. And you buy them from the Eververse woman to make sure you have them always equipped, because they are really, really good. They just help so much to getting better drops. And also, if you're in a clan, that's another thing to remember. You get powerful gear from that. So if you're in a clan, you get that every week, where it just basically gets so many clan points up to get it up to 100%. Then you'll get a powerful gear from that, which you go to Hawthorne. I think, yeah, Hawthorne, and she'll give you the reward. So that really helps. And also as well, if you're in a decent clan and you can get up to level 3, and then you'll get better engram drops, or more often engram drops from public events as well. So that, again, that's another bonus there for being in a clan and working towards an end goal of a way of everyone getting better stuff, better loot drops, to make it more worth do it. So when you're grinding, it feels like it's more worth it, which is obviously a big thing. Now also as well, you can go around different planets and get the tokens from chests, data lattice, or whichever it is, whatever planet you're on. You can do that as well, and I did previously put a video on our channel, which you can check out, which is in Nessus, which is a really, really good chest run. It's not the cave run, but I found it just as effective, if not better, than the cave run, because I'm running around getting all these chests and data lattices. And in that video I showed where virtually all the spots are. I think there's only 1 or 2 I missed, but they're self-explanatory, the other ones, because they're literally not obvious places. You can just run around and find them. But there's also then the 2 events that are in that area as well, plus the woman's right there. So if you want, then you can just go hand the tokens in, whether and get your rewards, and you can just keep going over and over with it, really. It's a really good method and works really, really well. So the main idea really is you want to get your character up as high as possible. So another thing as well is do not, and I repeat, do not do the exotic quest lines for the exotic weapons. Do not do them until you're at least level 290. And I know people might say, oh, that's not very helpful because my character's I've already done them and I was only 280, but that's the idea of doing a second character, you see, because I've then on my second character, because on my warlock I did them at like level 275, so I was getting like 280 something, and then I think I did the last one when I was like level 280 or something, and it came in at 292. But when my warlock got up to 296, and then I've just done the Mida multi-tool, and that came in at level 304 light. So you see the difference. It's a big difference, and I'm just about to complete the Sturm, and that will come in the same level, if not 305. It'll be virtually max. And also for the Rat King as well, I've got that one to do yet. So I was trying to get to 297 to see if I can get a 305 drop for the Rat King, because I thought that would be pretty cool. But then at the same point, when I got the Mida multi-tool, I literally put that in the vault and put it onto my Hunter to help increase the level. And also because it's better. And when I get the Sturm, I'm going to try and infuse that into a legendary. It might sound a bit mad, but it's purely because I've got a really couple of good exotics as my secondaries, which are like level 299. And if I can get the right legendary gun on my first weapon slot to basically infuse that exotic into, I can boost that level right up. But obviously make sure you have a mod on the legendary you infuse it into, because there is a mod on exotic, so you want to counterbalance that together. You don't want to do it wrong and then it goes a lower level and then you're thinking, oh, I've been ripped off, because that's happened to a lot of people. I've made the mistake, everyone has. But it's just a pure basic thing of understanding it, really. Also, I did a video recently as well of a new location for Zur. That's another thing. If you can get to level 20 and you'll say 250 light on a second character, 260, whatever, go to him, because it hasn't got the best level gear. It's like 270, but you could still say buy Hunter's Gauntlets and a rocket launcher, and you could, even if you don't want to wear them, you could still use them to boost some of your gear up when you're that slightly lower level. And then bear in mind as well, people think, oh, they're only 270, but remember, you can infuse them to make them higher. So, as an example, I've got a 295 rocket launcher, which is legendary, and then I bought the new one that Zur has out, the one that fires the squiggly line things. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I bought one of them. It's pretty cool. It's only a level 270, but I can put my 295 legendary into that and put it straight up to 295. You see what I mean? So I can jump 25 levels with it and improve that weapon. But again, like I said, make sure you've got a mod on the legendary, because you'll always have a mod on the exotics. So make sure you've got a mod on the legendary, otherwise you might come out slightly lower level than you was expecting, because you need to take that into account for the mods that you have on weapons, or don't have on them, because that can, again, it can be a little bit tricky, and then people can get a little bit annoyed with that. And also as well on the weeklies as well, when you do a second character as well, when you do the Nightfall, another really good strategy I found is I didn't actually complete the Nightfall on my second character, because I knew I'd get a really good reward from Zavala, and he normally gives you a legendary and an exotic. So what I did is I got up to level 290, and then I completed the Nightfall as part of the weekly, and for the first time anyway on the second character, and he gave me something like 298 headpiece exotic for my warlock, which obviously was really good, and also even the legendary was like 295. So the rewards were so much better. And when I first did that on my hunter, I made that mistake because I was only something like 270 when I did it, and obviously the gear weren't as good. So doing it the correct way this time, my character is almost 297, and I haven't even done the raid yet. I've done parts of the raid, just haven't actually completed the raid, which I will do. So therefore it's caught up with my first character, my hunter, and just overtaken my hunter, basically. But then what I'm doing now is, because I'm now doing the exotic quests for the weapons, I've done what, like I said, the Mida multi-tool, and I've got to do the Rat King and the Sturm. I can then choose which ones of them I want to transfer over to my hunter to improve, with that as well, so I can improve my weapon levels and put them up at the same time. And also you can switch mods between characters. Okay, I've been JG Chot with Juice Gaming, and thanks very much guys. Take care and hope this helps. Adios.